We're back. We're back, everybody. We're back on the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show. Y'all already know we're every week we get together on our show, on our platform, which is Real Talk 100 Radio, and we create awareness about small business owners, organizations, and independent music artists. Well, tonight is no different, everybody. Tonight is no different. We've got an organization in the building. They go by the name of who? I'm going to put it on the screen right now. The name of their organization is Bears Etc. Bears Etc. will introduce themselves in just a minute. Just know that I want you guys to tag all bear lovers, all exotic wild animals, all exotic wild animal lovers, all bear lovers, all animal lovers in general. I'll need them tagged in this video because this video is for you. This is a community organization in Montgomery County, Texas called Bears Etc. Y'all go and give them a follow on Instagram and Facebook. I'll get their other social media in just a minute. That is who I will need you to follow right now. Bears Etc. Everybody. Right now, with no more further ado, we're going to meet this lady right here and her trusted right hand. He goes by the name of Ambrose. I'm sorry. You should have sent me Ambrose's picture too, and we would have had him
We
on
didn't know if
camera,
he was
too.
coming at the time, so
You didn't know he was coming at the time. That's all right. We're gonna get to know Ambrose and Katie. That's the lady's name on the screen right there. She's the founder of Bears Etc. Boom. There we go.
Hello.
Katie and Ambrose are in the building with Bears Etc. How are y'all tonight?
we're doing great.
Doing-
Traffic was easy coming in, so thank you for freeing up the lane so we could get here.
I just went. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Which way did y'all come? Did y'all come the back way? Or
240. How did
Yeah.
you drive in? 249 to 1960.
Okay, 249. You had to come off somewhere, Kirkendall or Veterans.
Gessner.
Okay, got you. Welcome to the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show on Real Talk 100 Radio. Y'all that are tuned in, please share the video all over the world because we want everybody in the world to know this label right here, Bears Etc. Everybody, Bears. I love the logo. We're gonna start the interview off with that logo. How did you come up with this logo, Katie?
It came to
Yeah.
Ambrose in a dream.
Yeah.
In a dream. In a dream. Let's tell me about the dream, Ambrose. What kind of dream? Did it wake you up? Were you scared to death? What happened?
No. I was excited actually because we were just getting started and we weren't really sure what was going to happen with doing the animal rescue. We knew that there was a big need out there for animal rescue, and it's just like all the pieces just started coming like all at once, whoosh, 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 and that just came to life and was like, okay, that's the logo and that's the name, and it was just on a roll. It was really cool.
Yes, sir, it is. It's very cool. A bear with a heart, Bears Etc. Now, my next question is self-explanatory. You came up with Etc. because it's not just about bears; it's about wild animals as well, right?
Right. So we've been doing this for, myself 25 years and him over, 20, 25 years. We actually met at a previous sanctuary that we worked at. And so we said, whatever the exotic animal, we're going to help it, right? That's the et cetera part. But because there's no true bear focused out of the exotic pet trade sanctuary, that's what we needed to build. If we needed to take in a tiger or a cougar or a parrot or anything like that in the meantime, so be it. But bears are our focus, filling that need in the United States. Because in 2012, the Houston Zoo the Houston Zoo from the raid had to take on a couple bears, but they couldn't house all of the bears that came from that raid. And they ended up, the Houston ASPCA
I believe so.
had to send a bear to a sanctuary in Romania because they couldn't find placement for it in the United States. And so we were like, wait a minute.
Something's wrong with that. picture.
That was just 10 years ago,
Okay.
right? 2012.
And where did that happen again? Where they needed housing for a bear? And
yeah.
They had to send it somewhere else. Was that in Montgomery County too?
That was in Harris County.
Harris County. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
had to send it way to Lithuania.
Right. To a bear sanctuary there because they couldn't find placement in the U.S. for it.
At that point, you said something's wrong with that picture.
Yes, we were
I-
working at another sanctuary at the time, and we were just like, hold up.
So that is how Bears Etc. was born, everybody. I'm going to play a quick video with Katie Kraus herself. That's the owner, the founder of Bears Etc. I'm going to put the video up right now. This is her commercial, and I want you to enjoy it. We'll be right back. We'll be right back on the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show. This is what this show is all about. Please share the video all over the world for Bears Etc.
Hi, I'm Katie Kraus, founder and executive director of Bears Etc., a bear and exotic animal rescue sanctuary. My journey started with a rescue of a little bear named Mamie on a cold February day in 2011. Mamie was declawed and defanged and had lived in a 20-foot diameter corn crib for over 22 years, constantly being bred to sell her cubs into the exotic pet trade. I promised Mamie that day that she and all of the other bears would have a place to play, nap, and eat like a true wild bear to their heart's content. In 2017, Bears Etc. was founded to provide a piece of the wild to help people, bears, and other animals. We are searching for the perfect place to build our new rescue campus and looking for your support. Help bring this community treasure to life and let it be a part of your legacy by donating today. Find out what happened to Mamie Bear and how you can make a difference by visiting our website or scanning the QR code today.
Not sure what just happened at the end there. It's been playing fine all day, but that is Katie Kraus, founder of Bears Etc. I have a first question for you from Lisa Villiers Murphy, excuse me. She says, "Do we have Texas? Does Texas have bears?" I have tie tongue tonight for some reason. I think it's because she's sitting over there. Do we
Yeah.
have bears in Texas?
So there are people who have pet bears, and there are wild black bears that live in Texas. So yes to both, but that's usually the first question that we get from everyone, because they think Texas and they don't think bears, right? We think
No.
desert, we think, we don't think of the piney woods of East Texas, but actually bears are really adaptable. And there is a resident population of black bears in Big Bend of about 50 bears. And then we have transient male bears coming into East Texas from Louisiana, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. I actually sit as the vice chair of the Texas Black Bear Alliance, so shout out to them, as we help Texas Parks and Wildlife monitor the bears as they're coming in and out. But they won't say that there's a resident population of bears in East Texas until there's a mom with cubs. So as of right now, Texas Parks and Wildlife will tell you no, but I will tell you, because we receive pictures often, my husband and I are avid hikers and campers, and we have seen Scat and Prince in different forests that we've hiked in.
Scott and Prince.
Yeah. So
Scott and Prince, listening audience.
Scat and Prince.
how if someone is in the national forest, which one is it again?
So we were in Sam Houston.
Mhm.
Are both of them in Sam Houston?
Yeah.
So if you're ever in Sam Houston State Park, everybody look out for Prince and who?
Prince and Scat.
Prince and
Bear poop.
Scat. Yeah.
And there was
black
a bear.
bears?
Yeah.
They're black bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're small. And there was a bear seen crossing the road over in Big Thicket, so just a couple hours away. But you're not going to see them. It's not like when you go to Yellowstone or something like that, where you see the bears like really close, that they're used to people to interact. They're going to be as secretive and as quiet as possible. And actually, like the deer and armadillo are much louder in the woods than any bear is going to be. So you won't necessarily hear them.
The deers are pretty quiet. And you
They can be.
These bears are quieter
Mhm.
than the deer.
Yeah,
Is
they're
that
pretty
because-
quiet.
Is that out of fear?
No, they don't want to be messed with. They don't want to have contact with
Confrontations?
humans. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
so in the movies, when you see them stand up and they're like, "Urgh," and they chase after somebody in the middle of the river, is that just movies?
That's just movies. And camera angles make them look humongous, right? Whereas the bears coming out of Louisiana probably 250, 300 pounds. And the thing with wildlife in the United States, the further north you go, the larger they are. The farther south you go, the smaller they are. So if you're up in Minnesota, the bears are going to stand 6 feet tall. And if they're going into torpor, hibernation is what most people will understand, they'll be, 500, 600 pounds. Whereas down here, 300 pounds, and they only stand about 5 feet tall. So we have life-size cardboard cutouts that we take around when we do talks, specifically into schools. With I do a bear anatomy and physiology, and people are amazed that a black bear standing is not much taller than me. So
not much taller than you.
Yeah.
I did some homework. I almost stole that picture from your page. I was doing a little stalking on your page.
Perfect.
And
Stalk us.
I did see the cutout.
Yeah.
Of the bears.
We should have brought grizzly flatums.
Mhm.
We brought another bear instead.
Oh, you brought another bear instead to the studio?
Yes.
You did not. You told me you couldn't bring a bear. Where's this bear at? Where's the bear at?
Do you know where he's at?
Do you know where he's?
I would have to go look. see
Go.
what he's
You
up
lost
to.
him in the building?
Oh no.
You're kidding me. You lost a bear in my
You
building?
lost the bear in the building?
Just find the snacks. That's
Oh.
what it'll be.
Check the snack machines. I don't know if, tell people to steer clear of the snack machines.
Steer clear of the snack machines. And hey, somebody call somebody to help me here because there's a loose bear on the loose. His name is, I forgot his name, but y'all, I think you need to go find this bear before somebody gets hurt, sir.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I appreciate it.
Go
I can't
check
believe
them
they let a bear in my building. Katie, what's wrong with y'all?
We needed to demonstrate how we do rescue.
We're just joking, y'all. We do have a bear in the building, and we can't wait for you to meet him. He's coming right up in just a few minutes. But we are with Katie Kraus, the lady right here in front of you. She is the founder of Bears, Etc. Why is it called Etc.? Because they're not only concerned with bears, they're concerned with exotic animals. Any wild exotic animal. There he is. That's that cutout right there. Boom.
Yeah, that's grizzly flatums.
Grizzly, say it again, Platinums?
Grizzly flatums. If anybody knows who, it's a play on Grizzly Adams.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So
This, everybody, is Grizzly Flatums. And why did y'all name him Grizzly Flatums?
well, Grizzly Adams, who lived with grizzlies, so to speak. And then obviously the cutout, he's flat. And so it was just a fun play on words. So yeah, we have a couple other ones. Our polar bear. So he stands 8 feet tall. And then the polar bear that we have stands 10 feet tall. And his name is Barely, after a bear that was rescued from a polar bear that was rescued from the Mexican circus.
Okay.
And then Polson, who we'll see here shortly, is named after Elise Polson, who wrote several books about bears in captivity and the how to take care of them and give them the quality of life that they deserve. She wrote one on smiling bears, because bears do actually smile when they're content and happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So she was a warrior for bears and speaking out for them. So
Do they smile like Chester the Cheeto man?
no,
No, not like that?
No, they just kind of have a curve up in their mouth.
Okay.
So they don't necessarily bare their teeth.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, they're not like Cheshire Cat, huge smile.
That's his name, Cheshire Cat. Let's backpedal a little bit.
Okay.
I don't want to ignore the listening audience. We have several people speaking to you.
Perfect.
We have Faith Warner all the way from Florida. She says, "Good evening, Katie from Wellington,
Hi, Faith.
Florida."
She is a huge fan of ours.
Thank you for joining in, Faith. She is tagged Miss Denise Donovan. She's tagged Miss Christian Eden Albertson. She's saying, she's tagging as many people as she can. Oh my God, a bear's in the building. Oh my God, a bear's in the building.
Hi,
Oh
Polson.
my, what is this? Oh, it's Polson.
It's just Polson. He
Polson.
raided the snack machine and now he's ready.
Oh, Lisa, Polson's in the building. Are you scared?
No, if it was a real one, I would be.
I love it. He's got a full suit on, everybody. He's got bear claws on his feet.
Yep.
He's got the whole suit on. How did y'all come up with Polson, everybody?
So we had a naming contest,
Okay.
and it was voted Polson after Elise Polson,
Okay.
who started, who wrote the books about bears in captivity and their welfare, but also she started what's called the Bear Care Group, and it's a worldwide organization for bear zookeepers to offer continuing education and continue the science behind bears, how smart they are, and just it's a great organization, another nonprofit that they have annual conferences at different zoos across the world, and they are just amazing in the animal welfare world for just bears in captivity. So,
And the name of their organization again is
the Bear Care Group.
the Bear Care Group.
Yep.
Shout out to the Bear Care Group, and they're in Montgomery County also.
No,
No.
they are. I don't know where they call home base,
Okay.
but their board of directors are at other zoos across the nation, well, across the world. Like one
Okay.
of their veterinarians is in Europe, and several of their other board members are like at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C., Omaha's Henry Dory Zoo. So, yeah.
Polson, she's stealing the show from you. You have anything to say, man? No fun, Polson. Polson's bored over there. Polson is the
He needs
mascot.
more snacks.
Polson needs more snacks. You're looking at the mascot of
Yes.
Bears, etc. Everybody, this is the mascot. Stand up for him again, Polson, and face the camera. This is Polson, the mascot of Bears, etc. Everybody, and he has a lot of fun, doesn't he, with the kids?
Oh
I
my
bet you.
gosh, yes.
I bet
The kids love to come up and high five him and give him hugs. And it really, we talked about earlier the movies and how scary they look. This takes that scary away. He does Santa bear pictures in schools and stuff like that. We do educational programs with him because he's the average size of a black bear. And so, it's perfect. But yeah, so he goes out into the community and does a lot for our organization and just make wild animals less scary because they're really not.
They're really not.
Mhm. Wild animals are actually not confrontational and not, they're not going to attack you if you respect their
space,
respect their area.
respect
So,
their space, respect
yeah.
their kids,
yeah.
and all of that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Polson. Thank you. I'm going to have to get a picture with you myself before we leave. Is that okay, sir? Mr. Polson, everybody, the mascot of Bears, etc. We're going to show you their logo one more time, and then we're going to get to the meat of this interview. This is their logo. We want you to give them a follow on Instagram and Facebook. Do you have
Yes.
any more social media pages?
We do have Twitter and LinkedIn, but right now I'm a team of one, so it's hard to manage all the platforms at the same time. So go ahead and give us a follow. And when I have more and more help as we grow as an organization, yes, we will be active on all those platforms.
I'm in the same boat. We have Instagram, Facebook, we have TikTok, we have YouTube, we have LinkedIn, and am I forgetting something, Lisa? I think that's everything, but I'm the promoter.
Yeah,
So I need about 8 arms every
Right.
day. About
exactly.
80 fingers
Yes.
every
We would
day.
love to have a TikTok and we would love to have a YouTube channel, but managing it all and doing all of the things in the organization plus animal care, it's a lot.
It's
So
a lot.
yeah, we're always looking for volunteers to help us with all of that stuff. And so you don't have to live here in order to help us with some of this stuff. So especially the stuff online. If somebody's good at editing videos and making TikTok videos and stuff, I would love the help.
You need volunteers. That
Yes.
was a question I was going to ask later on. But
Yeah.
since you brought it up, let's attack it right now. You've already said you need volunteers for many positions
Yes.
within Bears, etc. One of them you've already mentioned.
Yes. Social
editing
media
video,
help.
Social
Yeah.
media help.
Yep.
Editing videos. What other kind of help do you need?
So animal care is always a priority, right? So if you have experience, currently we house reptiles and birds. So some people have a fear of birds when they find out they're going to have to take care of them, while we fundraise to get the property that we need so we can house bears. And then we need fundraising help. We're always looking for amazing board members. We do have a working board currently. They put in probably in between 3 to 5 hours a week. So we're looking for board members that can help us move our organization forward, especially down in the Houston community, because we're up in Montgomery. So we're at least an hour away from the north edge of Montgomery. So if there are events down in Houston that they can help us get into to get the word out, okay, you're hired. We don't pay anything, but you're hired. We would love to come to those events and spread the word about what we're doing, because some of those animals, there's been 2 tigers loose in Houston in the last 2 years. And we are the first line of contact when that happens. And we send it out to then the Big Cat Sanctuary Alliance that we're a part of, in order to help find placement for those.
I'm the guy and she's the girl.
Perfect.
We have people.
We're going to be best friends from now on. Just saying.
Awesome.
And we're both huge animal lovers.
Yay!
But I don't know that I would ever, help you with snakes or spiders. But
Okay.
anything else, I've always wanted to have a monkey. The little monkeys.
Oh, gosh.
I have actually a friend on Facebook that I follow that has 2. I've always wanted to do that.
You always see the best side of those animals. You never see the chaos and other stuff that is happening behind the scenes of taking care of those animals. And it's not fun.
I hope y'all could hear Lisa.
I'm loud.
No, I'm talking about the listening audience.
Yeah, I'm loud. They can hear me.
I hope y'all can hear Lisa's questions. We do have people tuned in as well that can help you with the networking events.
Yes.
One of their names is Tiffany. She's the founder of Tiffany's Pop-Up Markets.
Yes.
She puts
Yes,
on,
we've done a couple of their markets. Yes.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
We need you to take a live bear to her next time.
Well, the thing about being a sanctuary is that we don't buy, sell, breed, trade, or use animals for entertainment. So we will never take a bear from our facility out into the public, because they're neglected and abused and unwanted animals. So yeah. Yep.
Makes
Is
perfect sense.
Is that the only reason? Earlier, I believe Polson there.
Oh,
I mean,
we'll take Polson anywhere as long as it's air conditioned or November through April.
Polson, you don't.
And if you feed him.
Oh, if you feed him?
If you feed him, he'll go anywhere, he said.
Polson, you don't have to use the bathroom right now, do you? I don't have a shovel. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
It'll be about an hour before the snack machine gets through him.
Before we digest everything. Thank you for that warning. I don't need to be cleaning up bear poop tonight.
There's no janitorial staff here over the weekend.
We have others tuned in. I don't want to ignore y'all. Y'all, please continue sharing the video all over the world, because why? We want everybody to know who Bears, etc. is. Make sure you give them a follow on all social media platforms. They provide a sanctuary for bears and exotic animals. Why do you why do you offer this sanctuary? Let's just rehash. I know you said it earlier. For those who are tuning in, this is why she offers a sanctuary for bears and wild animals.
There is no single sanctuary focused on bears out of the exotic pet trade currently in the U.S. There are big cat sanctuaries across the country who house a few bears, and there are educational places that have bears. There are facilities that buy, sell, breed, and trade bears. There are facilities, oh my gosh, I missed one. The wildlife centers that rehab bears, but there's no one sole facility doing that. And so we started in 2017, like we said in our video, to fundraise. We need at least 20 acres to get started. And so we're in the midst of that fundraising.
Okay.
To be able to house large, dangerous carnivores. Currently, we're on a half acre. But yeah, because there was no one, bears are active all the time. They're smart like primates and elephants. They don't sleep 20 out of 24 hours a day like the big cats do. And they're so smart. They require so much enrichment, and their caging needs to be so much stronger. Their muscles are 9 times denser than ours. So they're just really hard to house. And so, so people are scared to house them.
Okay.
Once you have a routine with them and you know how to work with bears, then I'm not saying that it's easy, but it takes some of that fear out of housing them.
Yes, ma'am.
But they are a lot to house. It can cost anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000 a year just to house a single bear, because they'll eat 40 pounds of produce alone a day, not including proteins and other foods.
How much per year?
20 to 50,000, depending on their age and activity, how much enrichment they need, how much food they're feeding. There's medical needs. There's a lot that goes into housing a bear.
I can just imagine.
Yeah.
I can just imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we get to the next question, thank you for answering. Thank you for answering, Katie. This is the founder of Bears Etc. Make sure you give them a follow on all social media platforms, y'all. I'm going to get rid of this banner right quick. We're going to get back into the interview. Thank y'all for joining a special edition of the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show on Real Talk 100 Radio. Of course, it's just Malcolm sitting here because Lisa's over there hiding in the corner. It's because she's got off work and she doesn't want to be seen on camera. Blah, 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 blah. She can still be seen on camera. I could have been in an oil field and I'd still be sitting back here. I'm just picking on her, y'all. Just picking on her. Love picking on her. We are with Bears Etc. We're talking about an organization that cares deeply about wildlife, bears and wild exotic animals being mistreated. Some of the ways that you mentioned on your pages, they're being bred, they're being hunted down, and you want to save them from that.
Yeah. So the cub petting trade, we see it a lot in roadside attractions and stuff where people can pay to play to interact with wild animals. We see that people can, the exotic pet trade alone is estimated to be in between $13 and $20 billion a year. So you can buy a bear cub for $300 to $500. And well, it's probably gone up because of what's coming up, I'll tell you about. But $300 to $500 and have it as a pet in the state of Texas with a $50 permit. It's super easy to have them. It's not easy to house them, but it's easy to get them. And then they grow up, right?
Right.
And so last year we helped pass what was called the Big Cat Public Safety Act. And that is to stop the big cats in the exotic pet trade. So people can no longer buy, sell, breed, or trade big cats unless you're an AZA facility or an SSP. They're breeding for SSP, so Species Survival Program. So, but bears are not included in that, and other hyenas are not included in that. Other big animals are not included in that. So primates are still allowed and stuff like that. Even though primates in Harrison, Montgomery County, you have to have permits for. Galveston, they're not allowed at all on the island. So different cities, counties, states have different laws. So there's no federal law against the ownership of it on any of this stuff until last year when we put through the Big Cat Public Safety Act. So, so they use the cubs from these animals to make money, and as photo props and stuff like that. You can pay to play to interact with all of these babies. Mm-hmm. Well, then where do all of these babies go? No, they can't go into the wild because they're ripped from mom at 2 to 3 days of age and bottle raised and raised by humans, whereas a bear cub would actually live with its mom for 2 to 3 years to learn how to survive in the wild. Okay. So they can never be put back into the wild. While they're not domesticated and they still have some of their wild instincts, they would never know how to survive. And there is a place that there's a trail up this mountain where they go into torpor or hibernate. That they follow the same trail as their moms for generations on this trail in search of food and water, and follow it's generational that they do this. And so, yeah, bears in captivity wouldn't be able to survive.
Wouldn't be able to
So,
survive.
yeah, they'd never be able to be rehabilitated and released back out into the wild. So,
So
yeah.
that is why you provide the sanctuary.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
That's similar.
That is why a sanctuary is needed for bears. Yep, and that's why we started.
That's why Bears Etc. got started, y'all. Y'all share this video all over the world, especially to wild animal lovers, especially to bears lovers, worldwide.
Yes.
So, in providing the sanctuary, you mentioned a few minutes ago that right now you're only on a half an acre.
Correct. So we
and-
can't house large, dangerous carnivores there currently. So we are fundraising to get the 20 acres that we need to get started.
20 acres.
Yes.
20 acres is what you need. Y'all donate. Where can they donate at? Go to your website? Or?
So website, Facebook page, Instagram. We have a PayPal. We have Venmo. We have lots of different ways that you can donate. And we're a 501c3, so it's all tax deductible donation. And if someone has 20 acres that they want to donate, we have someone who can work all that paperwork out so you don't have to pay taxes on that land that you just gave to us.
Donate land, donate monetarily. The easiest way to donate would be on your website or Venmo
Yeah.
or what's
Just
your
hit
website?
www.bearsetc.org.
I think I just saw that and I could have just copied and pasted it, and I think that's what I'll do. Bears Etc. is right here on the screen right there. Is this the correct one?
Yes.
I will copy it and paste it so I don't have to. I suck at typing, y'all. So it'll take me 10 minutes to type that. I'm exaggerating. It'll take me about 30 good seconds though. Boom, there it is. Y'all donate today to bearsetc.org. I'm putting it up on the screen right now. Right now, it is on the screen. That's where you go to their website. Check their website out for you and donate. If you have land, if you want to donate monetarily, give her a call. How do they get in contact with you if they just want to call or email?
So our number and email through the website, there is a contact us page on our website. You can message me through Facebook or Instagram. You'll get me pretty much every time, or my husband who is missing since Polson arrived. Did you meet my husband? And as Faith said too, thank you, Faith, for always reminding me, commenting, sharing, and taking the time every day to go to our Facebook page and get our algorithm up is always tremendous help as well.
Thank you.
When we were talking about volunteering, that's like 5 minutes every day to volunteer to share our stuff would be amazing.
Would be amazing. Share every day their information. They're looking for donors, everybody. If you can donate some property, they're looking to build to 20 acres. Right now, they're operating on almost a half an acre. A half an acre is what they're standing on right now, but they cannot house the bigger. And
we can't house bears and tigers there.
Can't house bears and tigers there until they have 20 acres.
Correct.
So if you're interested in housing these endangered animals, wild animals, bears, wild animals alike, if you're interested in housing, if you're interested in helping Bears Etc. house them, get involved. They're looking for sponsors. They're looking for donors. They're looking for volunteers. They're looking for all kinds of help. Not just if you're not a hands-on person and you don't want to handle bears, you don't want to handle snakes or whatever.
You don't have to handle any of them. You don't have to do animal care. Let's say you really like doing accounting or something like that, and you want to help us with our accounting, by all means, come on. We'll take you. We'll find your niche in our organization, and we would love to have you.
So I saw, since you brought that up, I like to bounce off of what my guests are talking about already. You're talking about reaching out into the community and offering jobs, basically. I mean, well, volunteer. Yes. Volunteer work, excuse me. And in doing that, you are including the community in your movement.
Yes.
That's big.
We are we are building a community-based self-sustainable organization. So helping in our area, we have different high schoolers that need community service hours. So providing something like that. We had a group from a school in the Woodlands that crocheted us hats that we could sell at our booth space to make us money. So that was their volunteer hours. So you can have a bake sale, and that can be counted as volunteer hours if you need volunteer hours to graduate or get into college. There's different things that you can do. We have a Boy Scout troop that came and got grapevine from our location, and they're building bird perches. We help with Boy Scouts getting their Eagle Scout projects done, Girl Scouts Silver and Gold Stars awards. Just anybody who needs community service hours, we can probably figure something out to make it happen if you want to help our organization in one way, shape, or form. That you don't have to live close to us to make it happen.
Don't have to live close to Bears, etc., to make it happen.
Not with social media and email anymore.
It cuts down the world into about a nutshell.
Yes,
right?
yes,
indeed. Let me get back to the commenters right quick. Those who are tuned in, please share the video all over the world. Thanks for the likes, the shares, the comments. Thank you so much, Amber Miller. Thank you so much, Faith Warner. Thank you so much.
The reason we're here, Edwards Family Entertainment, it's all their fault that we're here. So thank you.
All your fault,
John,
Mr. Edwards and Lizzie.
Yes, it's all your fault.
All your fault.
We appreciate them.
They think highly of you. Him, Lizzie, Amanda Nutt, the whole crew. Carrie Scalise.
Yeah.
Who am I forgetting?
Lila.
Big Rob, Lila, Taylor, and Josh Taylor. They spoke very highly of you. 2 or 3 weeks in a row, we had interviews with them. So shout out to them. Amber Miller, thank you for tuning in. She says, "Hey, Bear people." Tiffany.
Hi, Amber.
Tiffany Cook. Tiffany Cook is tuned in. She's the one with Tiffany's Pop-Up Markets. She wants you to be a part of her market. I want to come see the bear if it's not a cutout.
You can hug Polson.
There's Polson for you, Tiffany. Faith Warner says, "Hi, Katie and Grizzly Flatums." She spoke about the cutout. That's the cutout's name, Tiffany. Amber Miller screamed, "Polson, Polson, Polson."
Everybody loves Polson.
Faith Warner said, "Huge fan of Katie and Robin. Thank you for the shout out," she says.
Yes, Robin is was one of our foster dogs, and now she's a foster fail. We found her in the woods on the way to do something for Bears, etc. She was used as a bait dog, and we, with Friends of Faye as our rescue backing. So Robin's story is in the Bears, etc. story a little bit as well.
Robin. Shout out to Robin.
You'll see her in a lot of my personal reels and stuff on Facebook and Instagram if you follow me on there.
I did already. I did some snooping. I told you that.
Yeah, do some snooping. Go like our pages.
Shout out to Edwards Family Entertainment. Edwards Family Entertainment says, "I remember a kid being frightened of the polar bear cutout at St. Edwards."
Yes.
That's what John said.
We're like, it's okay. So we start them with the littler cutouts and show them that it's just, material. And yeah.
That would have been funny. Seeing the bear and screaming and hollering. Tiffany Cook says, "Tiffany's Pop-Up Market." She put a hashtag up there.
Yes.
Y'all go and give Tiffany's Pop-Up Market a follow too. Give her a follow. There's the hashtag right there. She puts on some of the biggest vendor events in all of Houston, Texas, and the greater surrounding areas. That's Tiffany Cook. Thank you for tuning in. Everybody, please share the video all over the world. I can't stress that enough. Faith Warner says she shared. Edwards Family Entertainment. Been amazing doing events with you. Hopefully you can join us at more of them.
Yes. I get his emails all the time, and I'm like, okay, which one can we fit in our schedule to make this happen? So we'll be at one soon, I promise.
There you go, John. Back to Tiffany Cook. She says she has events coming up in October, November, and December. That goes out to all vendors. That goes out to the entire city of Houston. If you like shopping with small business owners, Tiffany Cook of Tiffany's Pop-Up Markets puts on some of the biggest vendor events in all of Houston. That is her information right there on the screen. Y'all go and y'all give her a follow on Facebook at Tiffany's Pop-Up Markets. All vendors, all shoppers, y'all give her a follow and get involved with her upcoming events in October, November, and December. Edwards Family says, "Granted, Katie, you mainly are familiar with us through Easter Pop-Up Creations."
Correct. They've had booths at our events, and we've done our booth spaces at some of their events.
Kay Jones says, "I would love to volunteer."
Perfect. Contact us through our through one of our pages.
She might sing to Polson. Would you get mad about that if she sung to him?
Nah.
She's a singer.
Oh,
in Houston.
beautiful.
She's also a comedian. What if she made Colson laugh? Would he grin like Chester the Cheetah then?
Yeah.
You
We'll get him up there with you.
Kay Jones, thank you for tuning in. She's also the owner of this company right here. We try to give shout outs. We are big supporters of small business owners. I'll give her a quick shout out. Her business is right here. Plus size bridal boutique.
Oh, beautiful.
Any ladies that are interested in wedding wear for yourself, and you get tired of going to these boutiques and nothing's fitting right, give Kay Jones a follow. Tonight, we're back with Bears, etc. Y'all, this is Katie and her mascot. I'm being silly. It's really somebody else, but it's.
If I hadn't have married my husband, I would have probably married a bear.
Polson. Nice to meet you, Polson, again. Polson is their mascot of Bears, etc. I can't stress enough. I need you to share this video because this organization is all about bringing the community together,
We love
connecting people via nature. They're also about engaging the community.
Yeah.
They want the community to work together in the long run, right?
Right. We're huge in our community. I'm actually the past chair at the Montgomery Area Chamber of Commerce. We actually had a get back to work day in the schools where we went into the schools and helped them and the teachers get ready for school starting next week. So I love helping small businesses and promoting them and connecting them with all of the networking that I do in order for everyone to be successful, because when everybody's successful in a community, then the nonprofits are successful in the community, and we just have a much healthier, better community and economy. So yeah,
we're definitely going to be best friends because that's all we talk about here at Real Talk 100 Radio is community.
Yeah.
Because without everybody helping each other, community is kind of weak. I mean, it looks weak from the outside and it feels weak from the inside.
Yeah. And then outsiders come in and start stirring the pot, and then it all either implodes or explodes, right?
That's right.
And we love our small businesses in our community. So I actually sit on the economic development team as well with our Chamber of Commerce. And so it's just like, what can we do to better and strengthen our businesses in our community? So
you're going to see some of my videos sooner or later. That I mirror what you just said all the time.
we're just going to be best friends.
Strengthen our communities.
Yes. How can we do that?
How can we do that?
Yep.
Exactly. This is Bears, etc. I'm going to put their logo on the screen one more time. And for those of you who are just now tuning in, I'm also going to replay her commercial. Katie made a commercial. We're going to give a shout out to who filmed that commercial here in a minute.
Yes.
But I want you guys to know what their mission is at Bears, etc. We're going to play that video again in about 5 seconds. Y'all get ready and share this video all over the world. We want everybody to hear what she's about to say.
Hi, I'm Katie Kraus, founder and executive director of Bears Etc., a bear and exotic animal rescue sanctuary. My journey started with a rescue of a little bear named Mamie on a cold February day in 2011. Mamie was declawed and defanged and had lived in a 20-foot diameter corn crib for over 22 years, constantly being bred to sell her cubs into the exotic pet trade. I promised Mamie that day that she and all of the other bears would have a place to play, nap, and eat like a true wild bear to their heart's content. In 2017, Bears Etc. was founded to provide a piece of the wild to help people, bears, and other animals. We are searching for the perfect place to build our new rescue campus and looking for your support. Help bring this community treasure to life and let it be a part of your legacy by donating today. Find out what happened to Mamie Bear and how you can make a difference by visiting our website or scanning the QR code today.
Bear Lux Studios.
Yes,
Give them
huge
a quick
shout out for them. They are amazing, and they are a part of our community, and they offered discounted videoing for chamber members. They're a part of our community. They're a part of our team at the Chamber of Commerce, helping bring the community together. So we love them. And actually a shout out to Pam Westlake Realty Group, because they actually sponsored that video for us so we could get it made. So shout out to Airlux, Scott and Shay, and then Pam Westlake Realty Group for making that happen for us. We just love our small businesses and how they're able to help us, and we're able to then help them.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Feels good. A lot of people, I make this, if you pay any attention to any of our shows at any time, I say this a lot. I sound like a broken record, but I'm trying to make it sink in.
Yeah.
Isn't it terrible when people don't even know the meaning of reciprocity? Help each other.
Yes.
That's all it means. Help each other.
Yes.
Especially small business owners. We're all trying to survive.
Yes.
And a little help from each other goes a long way.
I am huge at shopping local and huge at eating in our local, I messaged you before we came here. What's a local mom and pop place, family owned, hole in the wall that I wouldn't see normally in Montgomery County, that we should go eat at? Those recommendations, because that's who we want to support, because they are the backbone of our community.
The backbone of our community, but I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at something she said earlier. Earlier we had a conversation, I believe it was in our inboxes, and she said exactly what she just said. She said, is there a local mom and pop restaurant that I can take my mascot to go eat at? And I was like,
I gotta feed my bear so that way he's happy.
I was like, she's gonna feed a lot, because when you sent me the picture, it was a baby.
Oh, there was a baby in his arms. Yeah, that's one of our Christmas photos. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so she's going to take the baby, but I didn't know if the baby was the mascot or a live bear, because I was joking earlier.
Right, yes.
And I said, bring a bear. And you were like, I can't
And
do
you
that.
couldn't hear me belly laughing like in the background as I'm typing to you.
I knew you couldn't bring one, but I had to say it. A snake, a bear. We have another friend. I forgot his name. He was supposed to get a show with us. I haven't heard from him in about 6 months, but Habitat, what was his name, Lisa? The business name, Habitat Environment. He builds, yeah, tell me in a minute. He builds housings for snakes, for pythons. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
And he lives out there too. Do you know him?
Oh my gosh. I've probably seen him at some of the reptile shows and stuff. There's some really beautiful habitats that they're now building for these guys in order to keep humidity and heat levels good and stuff like that. Yeah. And then there's the Bioactive dude that's Southeast Houston, maybe Galveston. I don't know where he's at, but they build bioactive habitats for reptiles and other animals. So that way it's all contained little ecosystem, which is really cool now. So you don't have to disturb stressed out animals or anything like that. So yeah, there's a lot in our local community for things like that. And our local reptile show, the Herps community, is pretty good around here.
Okay. I have a question about something you said earlier, and then we're going to get back to our commenters right quick. I don't think I'm ignoring y'all. I see you, I promise. You mentioned earlier about the tigers or wildcats that got loose.
Yes.
When Bears Etc. is expanded to 20 acres like you want, need, and desire, what can you do in those instances? You have wildcats walking up and down the street. You have neighbors that are keeping wild animals, and they break loose or whatever, and they're walking down the middle of the street. How does Bears Etc. come into play at that point?
So currently we have a transport trailer that we would lure them into and close it up, and then be able to transport it to where it needed to go for the time being, which may be a closer sanctuary, which may be some of the animal facilities in the area have space for something like that. I know that ASPCA held that bear for quite a while and stuff. And so some of them do have holding for some of these animals, some of them don't. So it may be that we just transport it to where it needs to go. I know that the Amory Black Beauty Ranch has taken the tigers out of Houston. So we have that And we also, for small animals, we just recently, and we haven't necessarily announced it yet, but we have a transport bus. One of our rescue friends used to transport dogs up to the Pacific Northwest, but she had to go back to work full time. And so we were able to purchase that because she used to be a volunteer for us. And so we can do small animals as well. So we have those two items available to be able to transport those out of those situations just to get them somewhere safe until we can get them permanent placement. So that's all thanks to donors, right? And sponsors, sponsors that have sponsored our bear crawls and our Oktoberfest. Like, we wouldn't have this money in our capital campaign to be able to purchase these at a really, really good price. The transport back to no, I can't even say it. Giving back, right? One of the local dog rescues actually had their transport trailer available. They couldn't use it anymore because they didn't have anybody that could pull it. And so they sold it to us at a really good price. So not only did we support someone in our local community with their transport bus, but we also supported one of the local nonprofits who is in dog rescue and does lots of dogs every year in order to get what we needed. But also supporting them locally. So all the money stayed right here.
All the money stayed right here in house, in our.
It made me so happy. Like, it makes me excited that we have these transports available now, but also that it went straight back into our community, that we could partner with other people in our community to make this happen. So
Y'all see how this works? Support your local businesses, and the money circulates in your community. And your community thrives. I can't say it enough.
Yes. My gosh.
Thank you for mirroring my words. And
we didn't even know this about each other before we started. Well, I kind of did when I was snooping because I've seen some of your shows.
You've been snooping? She's been snooping, y'all.
You know, when you're, a small team and you have to make your, not only dollars, but your minutes count. Like, I don't do every speaking engagement that I'm asked to do. I don't do every radio show. I have to make sure. And because you believe in the small businesses in your local community, I was like, we're doing a show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because that means a lot to us. It really does. That you did some snooping and didn't say, oh, nope, I'm not going there. Because my mouth does get away from me sometimes, and I get in trouble all the time for it. By some lady over there. She's like, you need to tone it down sometimes. And I'm like, I don't think I know how to do that. I mean, I know how to tone it down.
Right.
But when I'm passionate about something, when I'm angry, it's hard to stop my mouth.
Yes.
So I'm not sure if you saw some of those videos. I hope you didn't.
No.
I hope you didn't. But let me.
I just made sure to not walk in sideways today.
Walk in sideways?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you said something today on your Facebook about come at me sideways.
Don't come at me sideways. I did say that. I said it's all love on my page unless you come at me sideways, and she saw that.
And I was going to be funny and walk in sideways, but you decided not to.
That would have been funny. Even though it would have been a delayed response.
Yes.
Because I would have been like, what's wrong with her? But y'all, we are with Bears, etc. Y'all, if you're wondering who you're looking at right here, this guy's name is Polson. Polson, can you stand up for me one more time and let him read your shirt? There you go. We are with Bears, etc. Everybody, this is Polson, Bears, etc.'s mascot. That's the mascot, and he hasn't had. He has had snacks tonight.
He raided the snack machine,
and he will let me know when he needs to have a bowel movement. Okay, because I don't need to be cleaning up nothing. Okay, Polson, you're still good, right? You're still good, right? Okay, all right. Thank you, Polson. I don't have any trash bags tonight. Did we have any trash bags in the car? Nope, not in the car either.
Lisa says no.
Hold it, okay? She might wipe you though, right? She might like. Yeah. We're with Bears, etc. Y'all, this is their logo. We want y'all to give them a follow on all social media platforms, everybody. Follow them. Why? Because they're all about preserving the peace of wild animals when they are taken from their homes, when they're hunted, when they're being hunted, or when they're
poached, or they're
taken
from the wild and can't be rehabilitated. Yeah.
That-
But mostly they're bought and sold through the exotic pet trade.
Mostly they're bought and
Bought and sold through the
through
exotic pet trade.
Pet trade. I'm
Yes.
sorry. And you're trying to keep these wild animals from these trades.
Yeah.
What
We do
happens in these trades?
So when they're raised as cubs, like with the pay to play that we talked about earlier, they can be auctioned off to the highest bidder or sold into canned hunts, or things of that nature. Some of them are just used for breeding, just like puppy mills. The difference between the tigers and the bears, though, is that tigers, when you pull their cubs away, they come back into heat. And so you can breed them on several cycles over the course of the year. Whereas bears, they only come into heat once a year and only give birth once a year in January and February. And so they can only have one litter a year. So we're going to see an influx of bears into the cub petting trade, but not as quickly as, or not as largely as we saw the tigers and the lions, and other big cats. But it's still going to be a huge problem.
Huge problem.
There's going to be, because bears can have up to six, sometimes 8 cubs, depending on their health. And so if everybody starts breeding bears because they can't breed tigers anymore, we'll see a huge influx as well. So, because that's what their business plan is based on, is these cubs coming through. And one of the facilities that's now been shut down in Southern Indiana, he was making $1 million a year with the cub petting. And then, but what you don't see is those animals living there their entire lives. So what happens to those animals? There would be millions of tigers all over the US if all of those animals were kept alive for their lifetime. So what happened to them? Like when you see facilities with all of these babies, what happens to them afterwards? Is it black market? Do they get smuggled illegally? Because some Asian cultures believe that there's magical medicinal purposes with their body parts, including bears, gallbladders, and paws. So what happens to them? Like, do they become a mount on somebody's wall? And I don't have a problem with that so much as where they're coming from and why they're there. Like,
Yes, ma'am.
it's hard. Like, I grew up hunting and fishing, and I hunt and fish to this day. So that's not the problem with that. It's,
Right.
it's the breeding, buying, selling, trading, using them, abusing them, and then their life is cut short because you didn't need them anymore. They were they were taking money out of
Money
your
grab.
pocket
Mhm.
instead of bringing money into your facility.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You've heard it all. You've heard it all from the founder of Bears Etc. That is Miss Katie Krause, y'all, and that is her husband. I mean, her mascot. That is her husband dressed as their mascot. That is
Yes.
Polson. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I have one more question, and then I'm going to ask my patented question that I ask everybody that comes through here. My last question is about veterans. Are you two veterans?
We are not. He wanted to be, but couldn't because of his asthma. But we have lots of veterans in our families and our friends. And so plans for the veterans part of our facility, if you've been peeking on us,
Look.
is we want to have tiny homes on wheels. In Texas A&M, I believe they still have it. I still need to check to make sure because of COVID and everything. They have a welding bus, and they will trade 6 veterans at a time how to weld. And they can weld our cages and whatever we need built and get the experience that they need to then take the tiny homes on wheels that we supply for them and go wherever they want to set up shop to go get a job. When we started talking about this, when we moved to this community, there's 1,000 bears. In 2017, they identified 1,000 bears in need of placement. And I found out that there was 1,000 veterans in need of help in the Woodlands alone. I was like,
1,000.
there's something about that 1,000 number that we need to be a part of a solution for. So
You said veterans
1,000 homeless veterans.
in the Woodlands?
That's what I was told.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's still the case or not
Wow.
with our economy the way it is, but we were going to help be a source, or we are going to be help be a source for homeless veterans that can go through our program and then take what they've learned with welding and then go out and have a career of it, because
Awesome.
we're in need of welders. Like
Right.
that's one of the trades that really needs help right now. And there's not enough welders to build everything that we need built. And so here we're solving another solution,
Come and volunteer.
Yeah, come and volunteer.
Veterans, that's to you. We don't care what armed service you've been involved
No.
in.
No, we love all of you.
We love
And
all
we
you
thank them
for
so
serving our
much. Yes.
serving our great country.
Yes.
Yes. Serve our great country. This is for the veterans. This is to our community. The Bears, etc. is all about supporting the community, getting the community to engage. They're all about giving back. They're all about giving veterans a place to engage as well, with a renewed purpose.
Yes. And our goal with that is to have 50,000 visitors a year to then shop in our shops and eat in our restaurants to help our economy just be stronger.
Say that again. Say that one more time. I love the way you said it.
Our
Say
goal is 50,000 visitors a year to shop in our shops and eat in our restaurants to make our economy even stronger.
Small businesses, Bears, etc. stands beside you. You need to stand beside her. Give her some donations. Give her some sponsorships. Tell us about the sponsorships. I did miss that one. Tell us about the sponsorships. How does somebody sponsor you?
So you can do annual sponsorships. There's different levels depending on your business. We put you on our social media. We put you on our website. We can tell you how many hits that we have. We've been viral 4 times with some of our videos. There are sponsorships for our events. Right now we're reworking all of our events, but we did have our bear crawl, which came out of COVID. This is to support our local economy because our breweries, distilleries, and wineries were the hardest hit and were closed longer than anybody else. So we started our bear crawl, which is with 8 local breweries, wineries, and distilleries in our community over the course of a weekend. They got a passport and they got stamps at each locations and got tastings, and working with those local places to get them the tastings, but also their ticket supported us in order for them to go get those tastings. And then our Oktoberfest in the fall is we serve barbecue. It's a $10 ticket, come, and vendors and all of that. That's how, the Edwards family has been there for one of those events. So help our local, bring people together for a good time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's a lot of fun.
Bringing people together for a good time. We want to be included in that. We want to help you with that. I think Lisa would like handling bears. I think she wants to volunteer to handle.
I'll let you handle Poulsen when he hasn't eaten. How's that sound when he's hangry?
Y'all, we're gonna get to the commenters right quick. I did not forget about y'all, and then I'm gonna ask the last question of the night, and we're gonna end this interview. I want to go back a little bit. I've missed quite a few of y'all. Let me go. Kay Jones came back, the singer, entrepreneur, and comedian. Said this is exciting. She's the one that wants to volunteer, and she might be singing and telling Poulsen some jokes.
Yes,
that's Kay Jones.
We would love to see Poulsen belly laugh.
Belly laugh. I'd like to see that myself. I'd like to see that myself. Miss Faith Warner from Florida said there are also huge medical costs for rescued animals. Metabolic bone disease from being declawed and from poor nutrition, arthritis, dental issues from being defanged, inbreeding causes many health inbreeding. Wow.
Yes.
Causes so many health issues and so on.
So like the white tigers, they've all been inbred from the same white tiger captured in the 1950s because it's only a Bengal tiger genetic piece.
Wow.
And it's just like our genetics, right? If your mom has blue eyes and your dad has brown eyes, which one of you are going to have the genetics to have which colored eyes? Or like my youngest sister has hazel eyes because there was some of that recessive traits in there. And so this is a Bengal tiger trait. So anytime you see white tigers, they're all inbred and have other congenital problems.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that.
And they will actually water down the milk in the baby bottles for the pay to play. And we've seen a lot of animals come out with metabolic bone disease because, to keep them small so they can use them longer and lie about their age on the USDA paperwork. Wow. So, It's
It's a dirty game, right?
it's pretty bad.
Dirty game, dirty game. Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Faith, for that education, because I knew about declawing. I know they take a lot of animals' teeth,
Yep.
and they take the rhino's horn.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of poaching videos. I'm a wild brain fart live on camera. I don't know y'all. National Geographic fan.
Yes.
And I'll watch, and she's like, why are you watching that again? Because I like to see them eating each other and all that in the wild. I just call me crazy.
Yeah.
But thank you, Katie. Thank you, Faith Warner. For tuning in and giving us an education. Yeah, Faith also said if you're unable to donate, sharing, commenting, reacting to posts helps
Yes.
tremendously.
Help our algorithm to get the word out there.
I say that every night too. Every night, and that's what I'm doing most of the time when I'm talking to you.
I was trying to share it again, and
Right.
like when
Yes,
it came
ma'am.
on during our video.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Faith. Great information you're giving to our listening audience. While I'm here, I'm going to share Bears Etc's website. Y'all go and give it a follow on Instagram. Go and give them a follow on Instagram and Facebook. I'll go ahead and say that. And this is their website. Click to their website and find out a lot of the information that we talked about tonight. You might not be able to retain it all. It's all on this website. How you can
And they can always message or call.
always
like,
message in the
Message or call, and I'll get to you as soon as possible. And the phone number is on the website.
phone number is on the website, y'all. BearsEtc.org. Let me get back to the comments so we can close out for the night. The Island Girls are on. They said, hi, everyone. We are huge animal lovers. The Island Girls are huge animal lovers. Our mom has rescued many
Yay, we
animals.
love that.
Faith Warner says that she loves Robin.
Yes, Robin is her favorite out of our crew.
Faith came back and said, Katie, didn't you say you will be growing the vegetation of the bears? Uh-oh.
Yes, part of our self-sustainability that we have planned for is a 1 acre food forest. And so since the bears will eat 40 pounds of produce a day, the 1 acre food forest, but also we can give those good vegetables from our food forest to our local community food bank,
There you
because they give us their food that can't be given to people, that we can then feed out or use in our compost to be self-sustainable. So there's a partnership there already that that we can help our community.
go. Paulson, I see why you with this woman. She's very intelligent, isn't she? Huh?
Some days my brain works well. Some days it's just all mush.
Work. I know what you're going through, Paulson. I know what you're going through,
Oh.
Paulson. Yeah.
Do you see him pointing?
Yeah. No, you're not. No, I'm not pointing at her. I'm not pointing at her at all. Paulson, I totally understand, man. Totally understand.
I keep his life exciting.
I bet.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah. Look, Paulson's on his head. Paulson, I love Paulson, man. Paulson is a realist. Katie, thank you.
Yes.
I mean, I keep saying Katie. Faith, thank you. Vegetation for the bears.
Yes.
She's going to be working. Bears Etc. Is going to be working with the local community to make sure
With our food forest
that the food forest.
Yep. to have
Faith.
seasonal foods.
Faith said also the Tiger at TWS. I'm not sure what that is.
Oh,
Was-
the Wild Animal Sanctuary.
Okay.
They're up in Colorado.
Okay.
They were being sold on DB Marketplace.
DB Marketplace. She probably meant Facebook.
Facebook. Oh yeah, probably FB Marketplace. For $25,000. So they're just sold anywhere and everywhere. Well, before the Big Cat Public Safety Act. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Faith also said the Lilligers,
The Ligers.
Tigans
And
are from inbreeding along with hybrid and Savannah cats.
yes.
Okay.
So yeah. Yep.
Faith also said it's my pleasure to help educate, to help Katie.
Yes.
Got a good friend in Florida. Katie, last but not least, said that would also be a great opportunity for volunteers to help with sustainability.
Yeah. We're always looking for ways to be more self-sustainable to leave a smaller carbon footprint. So if we can prevent stuff from going into the landfills, we just today got some big tunnels. Did you see the tunnel I was standing in today? From our city, that we now have tortoise tunnels. And so we're so excited for those. Like, it's the little things, right? Not only did I prevent it from going to the landfill, it's reused and it helps our animals.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. There you have it, y'all. Self-sustainability.
yes.
Excuse my tongue for getting in the way. Amber says volunteering for bears, etc., is a blast.
Oh, yes.
My last question of the night, y'all, before we end the interview, is like I always ask, because I'd hate for you to get on 249 or 249
Yes.
or 1488 or wherever you're going home to get to Montgomery. I want to make sure you don't get in the car, or Polson doesn't get in the car and say that was a great interview, but I forgot to mention something. So at this time, I want you to tell our listening audience anything we may have forgotten to mention tonight.
I thought
I'll
of something
cover everything.
earlier, and it's like,
You practiced earlier and now it's gone. Now
yeah,
everything's gone.
yeah. Now everything's gone. You think it was good? I caught everything. Yeah, we are just so excited to build this in our community, especially up there where, like we said, it is an hour to the Houston Zoo.
Yes, ma'am.
For anybody to go. So to have this to bring people, so they don't have to fight the
Yes,
traffic into Houston.
Yes, ma'am.
That they can come to our facility instead and see the animals and hear the story. And I've threatened people when I tell them I'm going to take away your phones. People are so attached to their electronics and everything. I want to be able to give people and animals a piece, the PEACE that comes with being out in nature. I want to give people and animals a piece of the wild.
So okay, there's a question right there. I hate to prolong it, y'all. I know
No.
y'all need to get to dinner or get to your husband and wife time or boyfriend and girlfriend time. Just be patient with me. I promise. I'm almost done. On that note, are you not wanting people to, if they come to your sanctuary and they see Polson's daughter walking around? I'm just joking, y'all. If they see a bear, they see a tiger when you get your 20 acres, are they not allowed to film?
Yes, but if they're coming there specifically for like that program, if they're coming out to relax, if they're coming out to spend family time, we want to have lockers that people can lock their phones in and be away from all of that city busy business life. You need to be able to have self-care, right? And so part of this is that self-care, to be unplugged from your phones and video games and actually be out in the peace that comes with being out in almost pure oxygen, because of the trees and the forest, and being able to see animals act appropriately in a habitat that looks like it's supposed to look for a wild animal and not concrete or anything like that. And it's not small. So we want to also have an area, the bluebonnets every spring. We want to have a safe place for people to come and have pictures in the bluebonnets. There's just all of these pieces that can give people this piece of the wild that they can't get anywhere else. They'll be able to get it safely at our facility.
Love it. Lisa, did you have anything in closing? I handle everything Lisa said.
Perfect.
Katie, you handle everything like a pro.
I love doing this. I love talking about what our future holds. And I want people to be a part of this legacy because it's going to be really amazing.
We can't wait. I'm not really a wildlife kind of dude.
You don't have to be. We'll find you your niche.
But I would like to. How do they say it? I would like to get outside of my comfort zone and get out there in the wild. I am half country. I like to say I lived in Cut and Shoot for a while, and I called myself the Black Neck. so I don't mind getting out into the country life, but wild animals, I wasn't that good with it. I'll tell you a quick story, and we'll end this show this time. I moved out there, and they taught me how to hunt. They taught me how to fish, but I realized I wasn't as country as I thought I was when they told me to jump on a wild boar's neck and take care of it. I don't want to say nothing to upset anybody on camera, but jump on a wild boar's back, a wild pig's back, and make sure we were eating it later on. I wasn't that country, y'all. That's when I found out. I bet you Postman can handle one of them like that, can he? Yeah, yep, right in the belly, a wild pig, y'all. Well, thank y'all, Katie and Paulson, for coming by. This has been the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show on Real Talk 100 Radio, a special edition. If you would like us to create awareness about your business, your brand, your organization, or your music, all you have to do is text interview to 936-333-1969. If you would like your own show talking about sports, talking about gossip, talking about whatever, here's the information to get your own show scrolling at the bottom of the screen. We don't care what you talk about. But hey, if you're going to get on here being ratchet, it's after 8 p.m., y'all. After 8 p.m., everything from 7 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock in the evening is all censored material. We try to keep it censored. After 8 o'clock, you can act however you want to act. Get your own show here at Real Talk 100 Radio by following the directions at the bottom of the screen. We are also looking for sponsors here at Real Talk 100 Radio. We are active in the community. We're about to get even more active in the community with these people right here. We can't wait to put it together. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the shares. Continue sharing the video all over the world. Why? Because we want everybody to know who Katie is on the right. Wave to him, Katie. And we want everybody in the world to know who Polson is. Wave to him, Polson. Polson is the mascot for who? Bears, etc. Y'all follow them on all social media platforms. There's their logo right there one more time. And we're going to get out of here for tonight. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Katie. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. We're going to get out of here, y'all, but y'all keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio.